It feels like there's been a crisis of confidence in America's institutions. So, media, academia, obviously, a lot of government agencies. And I think it's difficult for a lot of people to tell what kind of research is legitimate. There's people like you and Lee Jussum who are doing sound research that are kind of going rogue from academia. But there's also a lot of people, conspiracy theory websites, for instance. And I think there's a lot of people who say, academia's BS, the media's BS, I can't trust the government. So I'll get on this website that's pushing all these conspiracies. They must be telling me the truth. Like, how would you advise someone who's trying to parse true from false in an age where so many major sources have been discredited?
That's a good question. No, I mean, it's really hard, right? So the media is starting to disgrace itself, right? You remember fiery but mostly peaceful protests. I'm like, I can see that there's a fire behind you, right? Or the hell, or, oh, well, everybody lock down, close your business, shut down, don't visit your parents when they're dying in the hospital. Oh, well, what about the protest for George Floyd? Oh, that's fine. Get millions of people together to have all the fun you want. Wait, I thought this was the deadliest. So there's been so much that's obviously been false. It's been, the official narrative. The trust is down. How do you find what's true and not go into like the land of conspiracy theories? I think that's really hard. And it's very easy because I think, right, when you feel threatened, when you feel like the world's being unfair, when all this stuff is going on, you start looking externally for like, who's doing this to me? What group is doing this to me? Right. And then that's going to lead you down all kinds of conspiracy theories. That's going to lead you in like, all kinds of like dark content because you're looking for that simple answer. And, this is where it's important to teach, like, not critical theory, but like actual critical thinking. Like, okay, I've got 20 people making 20 different claims. Honestly, it comes down to like, who do you trust and who has earned your trust and who has been honest. And I think that's sort of what we're going to have to get back to is, well, who in the world of academia, who in the world of government, who in the world of here has told me the truth? Who has corrected themselves? Who has said, you know what? I did believe this and I did push for this policy. I was wrong. I was misled. I didn't do my homework and I will be better. And here's why I'm going to be better. It's going to take, that sort of honesty and that virtue, I think, to establish your reputation. And then, you trust people as best as you can.
So I'm curious, if you were king of academia, what are some principles that you would lay out or like core values that you think would restore trust to the public's trust in academia?
Do you remember that meme like last year about it, like men always think about the Roman Republic?
Yeah.
So one thing the Roman Republic did that I think is like really, really, really interesting and really useful is the original censor system. So originally Rome had two censors. And they're from the exact opposite side of the body. And basically, so this would be like Max Kendi and Alex Jones, right? Like the two most different people you can find. And they would both have to agree, yeah, this is actually misinformation. This is actually a lie. This is our enemies like telling us, spreading false news. And unless they both agreed, no one is allowed to censor. So I think like bringing like the most like conservative, right-wing, academically, professional person you can, and the most left-wing person. And unless they both agree to something, it remains in the land of open inquiry and open debate.
Very interesting. I like that. I like that principle.
Yeah.
Wow.